Hey my beautiful butterflies, what's up? Oh my god, I haven't said that in forever. Okay, wait, hold on. Reset. Hey my beautiful angels, what's up and welcome back to another video, or welcome if you're new. My name is ItzLexia and I'm a Roblox content creator. Anyways, in today's video, I am gonna show you guys some tips on well, basically like many tips on building houses, and even showing you how a house would look like using all these tips and tricks. First, if you have many plots that you've named, but they're like all kinds of like, oh, like for example, like luxury mansion or summer house, and like there's nothing in that plot. Well, to keep organized, I would start by naming your plots by empty plot 1. Otherwise, the houses that actually do have a house on it, then I would say whatever you want to name it. But the ones who don't have it, start naming them like empty plot 1, empty plot 2, empty plot 3. You know, like how many you have. That can keep you actually very organized, and instead of being confused. And if you know that you are going to delete that build, then I might as well just like not really name it anything, keep it as the empty plot. Because if you end up naming that, people are going to be like, wait, what's in that plot? And you'll be like, oh, there's nothing. And then they're going to be confused because you've named it something, even though there's nothing on there. That's why I'm saying that you should start by just having the plots that are empty, just named empty plot, until you actually know that you're not going to delete that build for a bit. And then when you're going to delete the build and change it to something else, just change it back to empty plot, whatever number it was, if you remember. And then when you're done with that new build, then you can just name it whatever you want, and then, you know, keep the process going, delete, make a new one, and that. So that's kind of like what I would do, basically. I have so many plots named random things that actually don't have that on. So these actually do help me, and I'm pretty sure that they're actually gonna help you. Second tip is layout. With layouts, you can actually, with layouts, I'm about to help you with what like that. And you're gonna be like, wait, what do you mean by layout? Well, layout, I'm gonna actually show you right now in build mode. So I actually found this empty plot that I had, and actually I have so many empty plots that I've actually had named. So I've kind of just like named them real quick, and then yeah. But layout, I mean, if you already know what kind of house you want to build but do not know the build of it, like the layout, I'm gonna help you with that. Instead of just placing random walls everywhere and then you're like, that does not look right, and you keep deleting, I have an idea. You go to fences and click the first one, aka plain market. So this actually had helped me with my mansion, which is in the last video with the exterior. And I believe it's going to help you too. You can actually see if you want a path or not. So if you want a path, go ahead and make it as far as you want. I would say 10 squares the max is actually pretty good. So we're going to have like 10 to 15 squares is actually pretty good, unless you're going to do an entire hill and then like go up into that mansion. Then I would definitely say a few more. But in like normal houses, I would definitely say 10 blocks. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're not just gonna make an entire rectangle like that. No. Usually, if you make it 3, it's gonna look a bit too skinny and look actually kind of weird if you're gonna have it like that long. So instead, I would have the bottom raised up to 1, 2, 3, 4. So then that way when you're done, it's 4 squares apart, and it actually looks so much better. As you can see, that's actually really amazing. And I believe it's gonna actually help you, because if you have it too skinny, it'll look weird. Too wide, also way too weird. So I would say 4 squares apart, 10 squares the length. I would definitely say so. So it's basically like base and length and geometry. Like how wide it, okay, so 4 squares is how wide it is, and then the length is 10 squares. That's how it's supposed to be, so that way it does not look weird at all, and it actually looks perfect, most definitely. But if you don't want a path, then I guess that's fine. But honestly, without a path, your house would actually look pretty basic. It wouldn't have as much detail as it is. I don't want you to put way too many details like I put on mine. I just like details, but if you actually like details, go right ahead and do whatever you want. If you don't really like too many details, but you also do not like not many details, then I've got you for the perfect house. So for 1 stories, oh my god, I don't really know what to do. For 1 stories and 2 stores, well, for the 1 stories and then like the people with like as many stores as they have, go right ahead and do whatever I do. If you're trying to do like some sort of like farmhouse or like rustic and like you don't want it to be like modern is like, I'm sorry, what? I was in the middle of a trick. Wait, pause. Okay. I'm loading back into my neighborhood. Oh my god, I do not know what that happened. My network status is actually amazing. It's perfect. I do not know why. I do not know why that happened. Technical difficulties. But anyways, we're gonna go back to it. See, like, look at that. You're gonna be like, wait a minute. What's Suburban House? What's the Winter Grand? What's the Angels Daycare? Those are all plots that used to be all that, and I forgot to change them. That's why I'm saying have empty plot 1, and then it'll be like more organized, you know? But let's go back with our job. My bad for that, my bad. So like I was saying, so if you don't have the multiple floors being passed, that's fine. You can do this house just like this. If you do have multiple floors, that's also great. For these tips, I would highly recommend you have, what's it called again? I forgot what it's called. Wait. We're gonna find the store real quick. I would definitely recommend you have advanced placing, which is actually one of the most famous, most greatest game passes and useful that you're gonna ever need. And trust me, you are gonna definitely want it because you get to places like things and like places that you actually want it to be, other than have it be limited and then like you can't really like place it anywhere you want it to be. And that's why I would recommend having advanced placing, because that actually would help you with many things and it won't be all over the place crazy like lag. But okay. So for these tips and tricks, I would 100% recommend you do have advanced placing because it'll be so much easier to kind of follow the process. If you don't, I am so sorry, this video is not for you. I am so sorry. But like, if you don't have multiple floors or anything like that, it's fine, whatever. It's okay. It really won't like hurt you or anything. So detail is something we would all need in a house, most definitely, no matter what. So like I'm saying, multiple floors, no multiple floors, anything, that's fine. But you're gonna need the advanced placing, trust me. Once you're done with your like little pathway, that's 100% amazing as it is. But when you have a pathway, do not, and I mean don't you dare put the front door area further than it has to be. Because if you do that, it won't look amazing. I promise you, it really just won't look okay. But that's why I'm saying just do it like this. Make it kind of like a little rectangle. But meanwhile, that line that we just put is actually the front door. Now, if you're trying to make, oh my god, I am so bad at these houses, okay? So my apologies if it looks terrible. These houses are just like not my thing at all. I am into modern so much more than this. But yeah, so you're gonna want to kind of start out a little layout. I would definitely say once you put it, like, try to like upper and then like do like 1 square up and then 4 as the length, just like that. So like look, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. That's amazing. One of the basic standards as making a house. Oh my god. Because like if you don't really, do that, it just won't give, okay? It won't be giving. So this is gonna be a pretty long video. That's why I'm saying layout actually matters. Just be creative, like just be creative, do whatever the hell you want, whatever makes you happy, and you finally get a layout. So I'm gonna come back right when we have this layout done. Okay, so I didn't want to like do a full layout. I just wanted to like, have that little feeling. Now we're gonna need the pillars. Pillars. This is what actually. I think this is tip 3. Cause I did layout. Yeah, it's tip 3. Okay, tip 3. Use the $70 pillar, because the $70 money, whatever, pillar, because this would actually help you a lot with these builds. Now, what I highly recommend is you put the pillar right here and right here. This length right here won't affect you because that's obviously something else. Like, start placing the pillars like that, but color them straight up just white, because that'll make your build look so much better, so much prettier. It'll look amazing. Trust me on this process. You guys are like, wait, what? If you don't know how much about building, but I just know that pillars are honestly one of the most helpful things in this earth if you're gonna be doing a house like this. It's not modern. Modern houses don't really use pillars. Like, they do, but like they don't really like kind of do like these kind of layout pillars. So yeah, so like before you start moving on to modern, I would definitely recommend you know how to do these kind of houses first, like farmhouses and stuff. Because if you end up not learning about this, it'll be a lot difficult on building. I swear it will be so much more difficult for you when you're building. It'll be pretty confusing to you. You'll be like, wait, what do I do? Because you didn't really... That was nothing. You won't really like learn anything, and it'll honestly just mess you up in the head. Like, okay, because it's actually happened to me since I wasn't really learning about this kind of building first. And now that I actually know a little bit about building like farmhouses and stuff, other than just modern, this has helped me, and I guarantee you it'll help you too. Now remember, this is our pathway. So for our pathway, we're just gonna go whoop, whoop, and that. Easy as that. Just use the floor. Make sure the color's the same. And then go to material and find concrete. It'll match this perfectly. And look, it actually looks amazing, to be honest. It's one of the most common things everyone does when their builds. Now for the walls. Walls are literally life, okay? Walls are everything. Just everything. Okay, tip number, wait, we did layout. It's number 3. Pillars is number 4. pathway number 5. Number 6. Okay, yeah, this is number 6. Tip way number 6. Once you've placed all of your pillars everywhere, it looks beautiful. Just trust me, it actually looks gorgeous. It'll be kind of hard to pick out a texture, so if you do not know what texture to do, I would highly recommend you start going on Pinterest. Here are some ideas with color schemes right here. That's why I recommend you having Pinterest as well, because if you're a bit young and like your parents don't allow you to have Pinterest, that honestly like sucks. You can always look on Google too. But Pinterest just has everything. You can look for color schemes, you can look for layout ideas, everything. That's why I recommend having Pinterest in case you never know what to build. You can always just look on there and see anything pops up in your mind, like, oh, I should build a bakery or something, you know? Now, these large walls, garage placement. Number 7. Tip number 7 is, oh my god, I'm clicking around stuff now, is garage placement. So garage placement, you're like, what is that? Doesn't that mean like placing random things in the garage? No. For me, it means something different. Like I said, we're gonna do more pathway, which actually counts because it helps you and actually has you understand a bit more about this. It's like, I understand this now. You know, this is easy. Now, I have pathway for like almost everything, okay? If you don't, oh my god, that's gonna suck, okay? I also recommend having large placement if you're following me on doing this because this does need large plot. So yeah, we're gonna grab that white plan marketing again, and you're gonna want to kind of like line it up with the pathway like this. It looks so much better like that. Trust me, all of us Bloxburg builders do it. It's a need. You just have to do it. If you don't do it, are you even a builder for real? But you know, like, I can't control you. This is only what I recommend and all the best tips to help you with building, like, honestly. So once you're done like with garage placement, well, we're not done with garage placement quite yet. Garage aren't really usually as detailed as other builds. As the other rooms. So I would probably just have it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like a 6x8 would actually work well. Because if you don't really have a 6x8, it won't really look as good as garage because garages actually are kind of wide. Even though they don't have a car in it or anything, I would still recommend at least having like something in there, like a carpet, and that's it. And like a door and some lighting, and that's basically it, all you need in the garage. It's really simple. You don't really have to decorate it for anything. And then for doors, honestly, it depends. And what I mean by what it depends is that, like, what are you doing? And what, oh my god. Like, it depends, honestly. If you're gonna do, like, some sort of, like, farmhouse or, like, something casual, then I would definitely just recommend having either the not the frosted garage door. The traditional, like, a traditional house. That's what it's called. Oh, my God. I've been like, what is it called again? The traditional houses, honestly, just grab the traditional car door, garage door, because it always just looks so much better, you know, like, it looks amazing. And if you end up putting the frosted, which is like a garage door for modern houses, on a traditional house, looks terrible. And actually, speaking of that, tip number 8, most definitely on the house style. For the house style, you have to keep something together. If you're doing a traditional house, use the traditional windows, doors, and the layout. If you're doing a modern house, do like some sort of, you have to use the modern windows, modern garage doors, and the layout. If you end up not using it, that's honestly on your own. But for modern houses, the color scheme is actually pretty easy. The walls are always going to be white, and most likely, like in all houses I've seen for modern, are like white. And then you honestly just like don't really know. You always have to have some sort of, I lost my words again. You have to have a theme. Okay, you've picked a traditional house, which is what we're doing right now. But do you even know what you have as your theme? You're like, oh yeah, the theme is traditional house. No, absolutely not. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there we go. Like, just absolutely not. No, it's not gonna really look good. Like, what do you mean by traditional? A theme is like, what kind of theme are you looking for? Like a pink and linen, like, or do you want like kind of evil red, or like emo 2000s vintage, like all of that, preppy, just like all of that, because you'll never really know how you're supposed to really have a theme. So for this house, I'm probably just gonna have the theme as farmhouse. I'm doing like some sort of traditional farmhouse because they honestly just like always look good. And as my theme, I'm probably gonna do like a black and white traditional house. I'm honestly just gonna work on like the front, and that's it. You can always work on doors and like the rooms and stuff later. So like as theme, now that we have a theme and we have like black and white, you're gonna have to match the theme. You've already picked what kind of house you wanted, but you don't know what the theme is. So for theme, most definitely, I'm gonna choose black and white for my farmhouse. And if you're gonna do traditional, let me help you with the doors. Search up traditional. Yeah, traditional. And you get all these doors as traditional. And if you're like, well, I don't really know. Well, I'm gonna help you with that. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna help you. So double door, we're gonna have it like that. We just need to change the color of a few things. So I would definitely recommend everything being plastic for the coloring. It just looks so much better, trust me. Now, for the material, I would definitely say we're gonna match it up with white. We're gonna have this poly white. We're gonna have that black, and we're gonna have these black. Or most likely we're just gonna have it like that. It looks kind of dumb, but trust me, just trust the process. We're gonna do the same thing right here. Oh my god, perfect. See, everything looks amazing. I do not know if I really like the look of the door, so we're gonna change that and make sure we do the, like, I would say there's like French door, or there's like kind of window door, but I would probably say the window door, because in most farmhouses that I've seen in real life, IRL, I would definitely say they looked just like this. So we're gonna match up the theme. See, this is starting to look like a farmhouse. But if I need a farmhouse, I gotta know what kind of house I'm gonna do. So we can't just have it like all white like that. And thankfully, Roblox said to update their game and have like some sort of like wood theme like this. This is giving farmhouse. In my opinion. This looks great. It looks beautiful. Either the vertical planks or definitely this. And I've seen many farmhouses, and they're like always kind of like changing what it looks like most likely the material. So we're gonna get done with this and I'll come back. Okay, now that we're done with the thing. Oh, I forgot to color a few more things. Hold up just a second. Oh my god, I'm messing up. Oh crap. There we go. Yeah. Now that I've kind of picked, I'm messing up everywhere left and right. Now that I kind of picked how the house looks like now, I'm not really gonna do too much with everything. I'm just gonna have like a little flop and that's it. For windows, since we're doing a traditional house, we're doing traditional windows. Okay, so now we're gonna do traditional. There we go. Traditional windows honestly just help. If you have, well, that's 3 links, get the 2 window, 4 links, get that one, and just honestly like keep repeating the process. Trust me, it honestly just like helps so much. So many things, and you don't really have to worry as much because your windows are looking so cute, so adorable, amazing. I love it. So like I said, it honestly just like depends on like how it is. So now for the colors, I'm probably gonna choose black. Alright. Just match up all of that. I am not really good at doing traditional houses, I'll admit that. So if you're copying me, I'm so sorry if it looks terrible. And if you're a really good builder at these kind of houses, I'm also really sorry. So for plants, oh my god, I don't even know what tip I'm on. I think this is number 9. If it's tip number 9, I'm gonna just say that. But if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I think tip number 9, plants. So for your exterior, it can't just be looking wackadoodle like that, so plain. No, we want plants. So for garden, just start grabbing random stuff. This is what I usually do, just like start landscaping everywhere. Color them if you want, but honestly I would definitely recommend coloring them first. And then start placing them everywhere, like pick the plants that you want first, then start coloring them, then clone them and put them everywhere, you know? But since this is only like for a video, I'm not really gonna put much effort as I usually would if I was actually trying, so I'm gonna just go wackadoodle. There we go. Okay, so for trees, I would definitely say for these kind of houses, start grabbing I would say either grab the stack tree or grab like that fine cypress. And if I can find that other one, I can't find it. I'm gonna just search up tree. Oh my god, I knew I passed it. Okay. Or the rough cypress. You can start placing them like where they would usually look good. But don't spam them too much over everywhere, because if you end up doing that, it won't really look as good. And that's basically it for gardening tips. So I think, okay, I don't even know what order I'm going in. Forgot. Tip number 10? I think it's tip number 10. Tip number 10 is roofing, and I honestly hate roofing with traditional houses because it's always so difficult. But for roofing, always choose the gable house. It's just a need, okay? If you don't choose the gable house, it won't look good. So like for garages, just do the square usual. And how annoying it is for the gable roof is that it'll place it like for you. That's exactly how I think we're gonna want that gable roof to look. And then like start roofing and roofing and roofing. I'm doing such a bad job at this build. I said I was gonna like do like the best build with these tips, but I'm actually doing pretty terrible. But you know, like, this isn't really my thing. I can't help it. I'm sorry. I'm like really, really sorry. Okay. Hold up. There we go. So yeah, for roofing, like, usually you roof with the gable roof, because if you don't, it won't really look good, like I said. And then we're gonna try to do that. At this point, I'm gonna just go whack, okay? There we go. Kind of like this, you know, this is actually not that bad for a build like this. But I've honestly done way worse like this before. Oh my god, I feel so terrible for doing this. And now we're gonna move on to tip 11, which is like rooms. So for rooms, like, it's the same thing all over again, except the layout is in the inside and you can do as many boxes as you want. Just go like, oh, wrong thing. Like, just go 1 and then like 2 and then bam, and you know, all that. And then you're gonna want to start like naming them, but like, see how big they are. For bedrooms, I would recommend like probably like 4x4 or a 5x5. And then for bathrooms, I would say like 3x3 or 4x4. And for the master bedroom, I would say like probably like a 4x6. No, like a 4x5 or 5x5. So, oh my god, we're gonna delete this build now. I'm just spam the undo button as many times as I can. As you can see, it's like deleting all the process because this video is done, and I'm gonna keep the empty plot as empty plot. As you guys can see, you guys can definitely tell now that these kind of builds are not my thing. And then here's another quick tip as the last tip, aka tip 12. Like, try like speed build practice on YouTube. What I mean by that is, like, here are some people I would recommend you should watch. And then what's the other one called? I know. There you go. These people on YouTube are honestly like one of the most talented builders I've ever seen. Credit to them if I've ever used their builds in my video. And honestly, they're just really talented builders. They must have been building for quite a long time, just like me, to get this far. But usually when you want to start building, try it yourself. And if you really can't, I would say try speed builds. Watch a speed build it, and then you can see how it turns out. You can keep doing that for as long as you want, and then by the time you're like, okay, I'm tired, I'm done with this, and I just want to do my own build, go right ahead. I would say just go for it. When you're going for it, it'll come out so well, so pretty, beautiful. You're gonna like 100% love the build if you've gotten practice from it. I've honestly gotten so much practice. I've gotten so much skill from speed build times, like up to a year or two ago, maybe even 3 years now. And that's honestly just like all for this video, cause I don't really know. I don't really have much to really say. So I hope you guys like this video. I'm sorry about the building if it sucked, but the tips are honestly something you should really care about. They will help you in the end a lot. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, my beautiful angels.